Hello, and welcome to the TFT, Theology in 5 to 10 Minutes podcast. I am your host, Ramon, and here we will answer your theological questions with the help of experts from different backgrounds, from historical to the here and now, from problems to practices in the church today, and everything in between. We will deal with facts before opinions. Have a burning theological question? Get in touch and let's unwrap the Bible together. Hello, welcome, good afternoon. Today on the show, we've got a special guest. We've got Professor Steve Taylor, and we're going to look at what sort of an approach a Christian should take when talking to an atheist. So often as Christians, we stumble over our words as soon as we're challenged by atheists. We start to stumble, we don't know what to say, we don't know where to go. Well, atheism claims to be scientific fact, and so often the Christian falls into the trap of arguing my evidence versus your evidence, which we know becomes messy and doesn't really glorify God, doesn't get us anywhere. So Steve, having spoken to a few atheists during your time, in 5 to 10 minutes and using the Bible, can you help us to understand what approach we should take when talking to atheists?
Yes, sure. Very happy to do that, Ramon. Thanks for the opportunity. I think when it comes to talking to atheists, it's good to put the ball in their court. What do I mean by that? I think there's questions that we can ask the atheist to which he will either struggle or will not be able to answer. And therefore, it's a challenge to his worldview. And they're very simple questions that anybody, even a child, could put, and do put actually. If those of us who are parents will have had these big questions coming from our children. And the first one, I'm going to suggest a few questions today that we can put as Christians, believers in the Lord, in God, the God of the Bible, to the atheist. And the first one is this. We look at the universe around us. Not only billions and trillions of stars, but billions of galaxies which contain billions of stars. And the question to the atheist right up there is, where did everything come from? The answers that are put out there by the atheistic community are not very convincing. In fact, they don't make sense, because to postulate some sort of Big Bang with everything, or in this universe, emerging from something the size of a golf ball or smaller is, quite frankly, incredible. That is to say, not credible. Another question that I would put to the atheist, of course, is why is there any order that we see in the universe around us, the existence of natural law? Anyone who does physics or chemistry or biology or even mathematics for that, in that regard, there are laws which govern the mathematical processes that we use. Where do these come from? Where do the physical laws that govern our universe come from? Were they there before the Big Bang, or 5 minutes after the Big Bang, or do they come as part and package of the Big Bang? Don't forget, these laws are non-material in themselves. And similarly, where does life begin? How does life begin? So not only have we got matter, but we have intelligence, that is to say information, because information is evidence of intelligence, imposed upon the matter in the form of DNA, the molecule that's essential to all life. So the question to the atheist is, how did that happen? And again, there's no convincing answer from the atheistic community, uncaused and for no reason. The final one, which was one that troubled the very famous French atheist Jean-Paul Sartre, was, why does anything exist? Why should there be anything rather than nothing? And if we start with nothing, a very, very basic law of logic is, out of nothing, nothing comes. So why should there be anything? How did it get here? How come it's so well ordered? And when you've answered those three, how did life itself begin? Now, I think I've been talking to atheists for many years, actually, and I've never once had a convincing answer to those questions. And yet they're basic questions. The Christian perspective, of course, they're answered in the very first verse of the Bible. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, that is to say, the universe, everything that we can see. It tells us why there is a creation, because God willed it to be so. It tells us how the creation came to be. It was spoken into existence by the God who does all things through his powerful word. It's ordered because God is a God of order. And of course, a little bit later on in the same chapter, we're told that God made all things. In him was life. And from him comes the life that we have and the life that we see around us. So there, in just less than 5 minutes, happy to say, is a short set of questions that as Christians we can respectfully, gently, and firmly put to our atheistic friends. Let's have a dialogue. Let's talk to them about these things. Let's see where they go with these matters, and let's press the point. I don't think the atheists have got answers to these questions. And of course, they may come back with their questions. That's fine. Let's talk. And as a Christian, I would recommend other Christians dealing with atheistic colleagues or friends, put to them the big questions. If you'd like to know more, I've written a short book. It is with the purpose of speaking about Christianity and science to show how true scientific endeavor in the Western world was founded upon the Christian religion, Christian position, and how that science in the Western world came on in leaps and bounds when men began to believe the Bible after the Reformation in the 16th and 17th centuries. So, if you want to know more about the Bible, just get one and read it. Page 1 is a good place to start. If you want to have my book to help you a little bit, then that's available on 10ofthose.com. Thanks very much, Ramon, for the question. Hope the answer is what fits what you were trying to do with the podcast.
Thank you very much for that, Steve. So there you have it, folks, in 5 to 10 minutes, how to approach a conversation with an atheist. Links for Steve's book will be in the comments section. Please feel free to leave any comments and questions you might have. But remember this, what Steve said there, remember to be kind and courteous. Don't insult someone's opinions or beliefs. We need to dialogue, which means allowing others to express their thoughts. So until our next podcast, until we meet again, God bless you all.